Hey everyone, what's up? This is Kingsterdam. Welcome to another lesson. This is lesson 8 of the Golden Strategy of Kingsterdam, the course of mine called the Golden Strategy of Kingsterdam. Today we are going to look at um, how to use the uh, trend lines to your day trading activities because trend lines are very important when it comes to day trading and you can use it all the way. It's It's yeah, this trend line is a trend line starting from a vertical line, right? Or you can call it a candlestick that is going up, right, to a direction uptrend. Or let's start with downtrend. A trend line is very important when it comes to day trading because yeah, you have to see the actual places where buyers and sellers are fighting, or buyers and sellers are interested to short or go long, um, or in case if some price actions really breaking and yeah, when the trend line is broken, there will be a new uptrend, a trend changing momentum, right? So yeah, a trend line is everything, guys. Trend line support and resistance are really great, and it is one single trend line acts like everything, right? A trend line, the most important of uh, supports of or resistance of trend line is the key support levels. The key support levels are very great. Another one is the trend line, or uptrend or downtrend, doesn't matter. um, Trend line support of a uptrend or downtrends, and a trend line always from a trend line you can see all perspective of all of the tools, right? Because let's say you can use it as a uh, rising channel, you can use it as a triangle, you can use it as a rising wedge, you can use it as a reversed triangle, and you can use it as a bull flag or beer flag, doesn't matter, guys. A trend line is a greater support to every other tool, right? So when the price action is actually going up, I usually use it a lot with 88 wave counts because it works really well when you actually count the waves and use the trend lines, and make sure trend lines are one of the confirmation of your trading activity, right? Only by using only the trend line you can't trade all the time, because trend, yeah, it doesn't always works that perfect um, to use it as a only support level, right? In this case you can clearly see the support levels or the swing lows. Let me put it into another color, right? You can see it clearly here. It broke the trend line here, but it made it back and make it as a trend line again. And in this case I use double trend line just like this. So yeah, so those are the places where we are looking for a trading, right? These are the places. The trend line works fine when it's already have two touches of the candlesticks trend. So the third and fourth, fifth, sometimes sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, it will keep going on. Definitely on stock markets and forex, when it comes to forex, right? it will keep going on, and the trend line will keep pushing the price up or down on a downtrend, right? So those are the places where we are actually looking for a trend trend line support and resistance. So you can see it here. You can actually use it as a uh, reversed triangle, as I already told, right? Reversed wedge or reversed triangle, whatever you are. And you can also use it as uh, falling, I mean rising wedge, right? So you can use it all the way, guys. And if it is ranging here, right, you can use it as after run. You can use it as channel, or you can also use it as a rising channel here. So those are all things that a trend line can support with, right? So let's go to the charts and see some deep explanations how I use trend line um, along with the trading. So yeah, AXS, these are all trend lines I have actually used with my premium Discord group members in a couple of months, and last 2 months definitely we rocked in AXS. This is AXS chart, 30-minute chart of AXS. Let me see your arm recording. Yes. um, yeah. So the first thing is first, trend line. How I use the trend line is, first thing, I use it as a key support and resistance levels. Whatever chart you are in, doesn't matter, guys. First thing you have to see is the key support levels, right? And what is a key support level? This is this one, a support level or resistance trend line or key supports are really great. Look at these places where the previous support and resistance are happened on a supporting trend line of supporting line. um, yeah, you can clearly see it. It has already 4 rejections over here, and not only that, you can already see another triangle trend line, downward trend line. So you have already seen the price is actually moving inside this triangle, and the key support levels are acting perfect in this case. So I was actually looking for a trade today, but this was early morning. I actually kind of missed it. Otherwise, it could have been a great live trade of my group today. But yeah, trend lines, right? So when you draw a trend line, you make sure you always start it. Let me go to 4 hour. You always start it with the bodies of the candles, right? So actually I have used it in 2 hour maybe. Yes. Great. Yes. So you draw the trend lines always using the bodies. Sometimes in very rare case I use definitely the wicks as well, like this. But yeah, it is not always perfect, right? Using the bodies really acts very well. But if you definitely using the wicks, make sure you always pick other wicks as well, like this, like this. Um, but that is not always the perfect uh, way to use it to trade. Um, yeah, so the key support levels are acting as a support here, and it is the price axis are going inside the triangle, and it's getting closer and closer to a trend, changing momentum. So it can also definitely break out, oops, break down and retest it and come down. But in this scenario, this is definitely breaking up, but not really retesting it. Maybe in the small time frame, I think it has retested. So yeah, so yeah, how do you use trend lines in a certain? Make sure you always um draw the trend line with at least two touch in it, right? This is really a parabolic trend here, right? So one touch, two touch, and actually it could have been this, yeah. And you firmly waiting for the third touch, but it doesn't touch there, and yeah, it goes all the way up. It's very uptrend. We have traded uh, from the from the channel here, and we have also traded this trend line broke at this triangle break or a trend line break, doesn't matter. And you can see the trend line. I have used it as a channel or the bullish flag, or call it whatever, but it is trend line. So you can use it as a reversed triangle as well, or reversed wedge. And I always make sure that these places are really acting as support and resistance using the area wave counts, right? So make sure you use them along with alien waves. That works perfect. If not, just use it with key support and resistance levels. Um, yeah, and you can see clearly the support levels here. Yeah, here is the support. It's a strong rejection here, and it goes down and down and come all the way up and break that trend and coming back to retest it and fly away. And that's how trend line supports um, acting great when come to day trading. But make sure you use them with the triangles and channels along with other confirmation as well, not only one confirmation. So in this case, guys, it's really yeah, you can clearly see this trend line. Bro, let's go to BTC Bitcoin to see. Yeah, actually I have already called here that I'm um, seeing Bitcoin in a reversed wedge or reversed triangle. um, it will go to 48k, and yeah, it passed through and reached my level 48k. And you can clearly see when I draw the trend here, right, reversed triangle, and I also see here a falling wedge, or yeah, yeah, and it broke that levels as a support line here, right, broke that trend line and retested again, and it fly away and make a new trend. Let's go to a new chart where we don't um let's go to pounds. Yeah, pounds. No, let's go to crypto Matic. Yes, Matic. So yeah, guys, when the price action is actually here, what are you looking for is trend line support levels, right? In this trend line, you can clearly see it has touched twice, two times the places, right? Trend line touch, and the third time, yeah, it's not always a perfect, but that's why I'm actually, this is a good example to see this has broken and a bit lower, and some people will think, yeah, it is retesting and will go down, but it is not like that. And that's why you have to use this trend line always with other confirmation, always use multiple confirmation to enter a trade. So in this case, the third touch, this one is third touch, and at the same time is 55 EMA support. The EMA lessons, 55 EMA lessons are coming soon. um, but yeah, in this case, uh, one touch, two touch, and three touch. So, and I use in this kind of tricky price action, so I use this trend also like this. See, there's a support, there's a support, here is one a support, two touches, and here you can see that again same reason, third support, even fourth, and the fifth is broken and retested and coming back, coming down, making a new trend. um, Actually in this case it's kind of, yeah, it can also go come down, so making a new trend, right? So that's how you you have to use this trend like this. See, one, two, three, four, and it can go up, but in this case it broke down and making another trend, actually going sideways. So you have to pick trends from certain level of price actions here, and you have to find the you have to find the low price actions, swing lows and swing highs, right? And started to draw the trend lines. See, in this case, people could have made mistake. This will be act like it's a good example actually. You see one and two and third support level. Some people are looking here for trade, right? So buyers are making buyers are going to uh, trade at this level, and trend line traders are looking for a new trade here, and price action traders are looking for new trade here. So a lot of people are going to trade here. That's why the trend lines are always perfect, acting perfect with other confirmations. But again, another touch, a lot of people will think it will bounce here and go back, and it broke all the way down and then again bounced here. And what is the exact reason of that? Because the Elliott waves are not yet done over here. So that's why I use the Elliott waves, right? That's why I use the Elliott waves here. Let me, right? Oops. One, and then two, and then one, two, three, four, five, and four, and five. So yeah, using the lesson one, I know this is the trend line, but it has broken down and reached the lesson one strategy, the perfect strategy of ever, I could say. The 2.272 region reached here, and it bounced and made a new trend over there. And that's why I always tell to my people, all my group members, use them always, whatever tools they are, make sure you use them with multiple confirmations, and that works perfectly. Oops. And I'm trading for almost 8-9 years. I have started to use the trend line in different levels, different angles, just like that reverse triangle. reversed wedge, reversed triangle things, right? So yeah, let's go. This is actually a good chart. This is kind of messy chart, but this is actually a good chart to learn when come to recording a lesson, right? So let's go and see some momentum to uh, see how to use the trend line again, right? Let's go here. You can see the key support levels are here, and here, and here. See how perfect the support levels are working, and that's really so. When a key support levels are broken and there will be a new trend or another key support levels. So yeah guys, in this case, let's go and use the trend line. You can clearly see that already touched one, and then wait, you have to use it as this first, right? Yes, like this. So this is a trend line support. So price action is made into a triangle again and has broken, and this is a fake breakout. So then again, you see this is price action. Then again, you are going to see the new triangle over there, and it has, yeah, you will think it will break up, but it broke down and making a new trend. And after the triangle breakdown, you are going to write a support line all the way to here, right? So you have now one support level, and second, this one is actually the second, but it kind of doesn't touch the price actions. So let's say a second, and this one is third, right? So a lot of people are looking for a new trade here. Some people will think the new traders will think it will break, but it has supported as a trend line. It puts the price back to the bottom and making a new trend. I mean, same trend, continuing the trend, right? And again, so touch the yeah, trend line and act as a support, but not long. Uh, it has rejected, but again broke the trend line and making some new pattern, new trend changing, right? So, so yeah, guys, that's a simple way of using the trend lines um, and supports. Um, what I actually really want to uh, say using the trend line, let me see, let's go to some doji. Yes, see, we have traded doji as well. Oops. The trend line is 1, 2, and 3 support touches are here. So when the price broke down and retested, it's the price direction is changed and making a new waves to the upside, right? Oops. So yeah, guys, this is a small lesson of trend lines, how to use trend lines. I use it in, yeah, different ways, um, because, oh yeah, you have to make sure you don't use the trend line um, at every price, every green candles and not right.